Welcome back to the next part in this series. We are literally where we left off, just standing outside the entrance to the depths, and so we're going to make a run through to the bonfire, and from there on to the boss. Bit of a spoiler alert, this boss I think is fantastic. It was a great surprise for me. I've managed to not see it in any of the videos. I didn't even know there was something to see. If you like stylish monsters, I would definitely skip this video, or at least skip the towards the end part. Yeah, just for the surprise. But obviously, do what you like. It's your it's your watching experience, and I'm gonna kill him anyway. So here we go to the depths. So I haven't gone anywhere. I've not been to the bonfire. I have not collected 200 souls. I haven't done anything of value. Straight through the chest. That's the way it should be. That was really quite incompetent of me. But there we are. So should be doing this slightly more carefully, ideally. Oh, now we have two mobs, and target lock is really not going to be helpful at this point. Doorways, on the other hand, pretty helpful. Come along now. Now I happen to know, well, I know several things. First of all, that I shouldn't have my charcoal resin equipped. Second of all, that I forgot one. Oh, for the love of God. Yeah, I know I was supposed to fall for that, and I did, you're right. And I really shouldn't have had to do that, because I may start running low. That was good, Dan. Excellence. More vexing dogs. That was deeply incompetent. But I mean, you know, why go for partial incompetence? It's times like this. What the hell is he doing up? He should not be alive. I mean, he shouldn't be, aggroed. Really? He's also getting stuck, which is kinda good. I am actually going to burn a heal. Because I'm not getting on with these dogs. These dogs and I are having a disagreement. Oh dear. Okay, so this could have gone really badly, but luckily we saved it with the aid of fire. Ah, fire. My old friend. thankfully, this fella does not respawn, so assuming that he does eventually die... which he does. Then he's not coming back, which is the main thing. And he's given us a sack, which would be splendid if we needed some sack-shaped headgear. Now here is a rather handy item that I'm glad we finally got to. The large ember you can give to a blacksmith and it will let you upgrade your weapons past +5. Now I actually want to kind of go down here, but I don't need to do that yet. So I'm gonna minimal path my way through here. Now you don't actually need to kill that dog. You can. Just sneak around the outside. That doesn't mean that this is without issue. And I'm actually going to burn another heal. Come along. Actually, the first time I've attacked him head-on, if you call that head-on. I think I might call it head-on. Normally he drops the sack. Obviously, I guess only one of them drops the sack. Now, this is a nasty trap. I don't think you can see that the ceiling is moving there. We can actually see as there's a mob clipping through the ceiling, but the mob is kind of a blob. So I want it to come down, but I don't want to be standing under it when it does. Nor do I want that to happen, ideally. So these things, the slimes, are not particularly damaging. And just laying into them is generally a good way to kill them. But I'm sure that slime just gave me a large titanite shard, which is very lucky. That is a very rare drop. I mean, for this stage of the game. If you're coming the other way down this corridor, you can actually run down this left-hand side. I'm not quite convinced that I can get away with that here. So we'll just kill these things. Pretty much any attack that you do here does minimal damage. A nice quick weapon is actually quite nice. He did actually manage to do a weedy attack there. My volume's slightly loud this side. I think I'm just going to notch that down fractionally. Shouldn't affect what you're hearing. Oh, and I forgot there's more of them, but of course there are. I'm not really quite sure what purpose these guys serve. I mean, apart from adding some welcome tedium to an otherwise interesting game. So, just this guy, and I can safely, very safely heal up now. So if you have the master key, you can just open this door. Otherwise, if you go back to the room that we found that butcher in, where I said I want to jump down, I want to go down here, you can jump down, kill a fairly substantial mob with a bow is probably the easiest way, and pick up the key, come back up here. Although coming back up here is quite an achievement, so it's not that straightforward. But yeah, master key is the way to go, really. I guess we may as well level here. Now, something occurred to me earlier that I might need strength for something. Or no, I was going to need dex for a bow at some not too distant point. But actually it is a relatively distant point, so yeah, again, not so worried about that. But it is my weakest stat. To be honest, I would be quite happy to just keep sticking points in those until they're at 20, kind of at least. See, I'm just shy of a level there. I'm gonna spend, if I have a small soul, that'll do, that's 200, is it? That's probably still just shy of what I need. Nope, that's bang on. In which case, endurance up, please. Right. I could kindle this bonfire. I don't think I need it, not with the heals that I've got on me. So, I don't think I will. Damn, that was incompetent. Hell with it. Right, so... I really want to take the shortest route possible through here. And I think... yeah... See, there is a very large rat there. There's also the key to the room that we've just been through. Now what we want to do... so down here is the rest of the depths, which is kind of sewer-like. It's filled with horrors. We will have to go in there a little bit. We want this door open, but it does not open from this side, so we gotta go open the door. Now the quickest route to that... well... yeah, I think it is going to be through the rat, you know. I think it is going to be. It's also a good way to pick up a shield. Let's go that way anyway. Even though I don't think I need to, let's go that way anyway. Just because. This is actually the way I did it, and not this route. I wasn't aware of the bonfire the first time, but this is the way I came. The route I'm about to show you is the route I took first. I'm glad I came back this way because I need to be here. Well, I don't need to be.
Please, you must help me.
But we may as well help this guy.
Thank you.
Laurentius.
I would have been a supper without you. Been eaten alive. I shudder to think. Thank you. Thank you dearly. I am Laurentius. With the great Scott, I will not forget my debt to you. Oh, hello there. I'm fine, thanks to you.
Good. As long as he's happy, that's all good. So if we do want to pick up Pyromancy, he's the guy to rescue. So he is going to wander back to Filing Shrine at this point. Aha. Now I'm kind of hoping that I can get up here without involving either dog. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. Down the hole. This is where I hope I brought enough missile weapons, probably. So, Giant Rat, you can go down and engage him in melee. I'm seriously going to try and avoid doing that, if at all possible, because it's unnecessary, and without a shield, I don't see it going deeply well. So the Spider Shield is a great shield against enemies who deal any sort of poison or similar damage. I've just realised I'm actually on speaker. That would explain why the volume is all over the place, and is also very odd. That's really confusing. I don't know how that happened. Why do how can I have headphones plugged in and yet be on speaker? What the hell? Okay, I'm kind of perplexed, but that's fine. That's fine. And this video is being recorded off the game's audio anyway. It just means that you may have been picking up game audio via the mic. I hope that won't have drastically made the start of this video completely incomprehensible. Well, I guess we'll see. We will see. I really hope that wasn't causing you serious feedback, because that would suck. Okay. Let's carry on. Let's just hope for the best. Let's hope for the best. So I'm going to just increase my volume levels. This explains why everything is very loud. Yeah. So that was kind of confusing. Light crossbow. We have some bolts, which is kind of what I was after. Some. Is it enough? So that little bolt of light going into me, and +1 for the Estus, I believe is somebody else using my bonfire. Not my personal bonfire, but someone is at the bonfire in this area, and I haven't killed the boss, so I get a neat bit of just free help, really. It's another benefit of multiplayer, even though I'm not human at the moment. I'm still very dead looking. Okay, so that's that one out. Actually, edges forward and ask something I'm throwing these. And I think we'll finish this in a feigningly manly way. One dead rat, some humanity. So that's the key to the room we've just been in. Now, this is where... See, the trouble with this area is that all routes kind of lead you into trouble. And what I really want to be, it's kind of annoying because you can actually, I can see where I want to be. I want to be in that room down at the bottom, but there is a pit, and I haven't yet managed to successfully jump over the pit. I've just fallen into the pit, and that's all I've managed to do. So I suspect that if I try and get down there, that's going to happen again. I am kind of prepared. I can. It's just that the pit has mobs in it which can do horrendous things to you, like load you up with toxin and curse you. But I do have an anti-curse with me, so which is the main reason I buy that for this exact area. So I think, in the spirit of the hell with it, I should probably use a straight heal there. Let's just try and get down there. I'm going to try and jump. Yes, you can get there. You obviously can. And I totally haven't, once again. You just need to be further over to the left. Next playthrough, I will know that. Yeah, those are the guys. Now you really don't want any interaction with these if you can possibly help it. Oops. This is going to seriously hurt. Crap. Equip the weapon, it makes combat much easier. But that's all fine. That's fine, and it's also fine. I was trying to go for my heal. I really shouldn't swap that over. Well, I don't actually have any bolts now, so let's just... Why do I have 3 light crossbows? That's just very odd. Yeah, so I think... Now, I know there is an easy way through here, and I cannot remember whether it's this way or the other way. I think it is this way. But now I've antagonized the rats. That's fine, because they're antagonized, but they're also no longer with us. Now this section is exactly where I want to be. Yeah, so if I'd come down there, I could have slid right down the edge, and I'd have been absolutely fine. But no, I screwed it up. But not too much of a detour. So up these stairs. And the door's open. So that is a very good thing. Now, there's one other task I have to do before the boss. I mean, you can fight your way through this area. There's lots of rats. And things like rats. But there is one other task for me. I've got to get to... kind of do with being in the room I was just in, you know. But I'm not going all the way around there again. I'm just going to try and find my way with the aid of optimism. Now I know that one of these junctions is a junction I hate because it's filled with... Yeah, that's the junction. Never occurred to me before, shows how dumb I am. I don't think... No, I can't reach through there. Go. So, you don't want to be in the gas. It's generally the rule with these guys. You really do not want to be the gas, because that meter is not a poison meter. That is a much more fatal meter. So actually that worked out fine. I can never remember with this place, because I never seem to come in it the straightforward way. I always seem to come in it the plague-infested deadly way, which is most ways, to be honest, but those are the ways I seem to come in. So yeah, we actually want him to walk around here, because otherwise he's going to jump down and fall off. Just managed to get in there before he went all plague on me. Now, several traps around here. I'm very happy to have done that, frankly. Aha. But of course, there's always more of them. death. They do have a purpose, which I don't remember, but that's fairly typical. Completely dodges my most direct means of killing him. See, I just have a feeling that if I jump off there, it's gonna go bad. What the hell? What the hell? There are a lot of these things. There really are. I'm not a fan. Now, if we can get over this rather than through it, which for once, yes, we can grab a humanity. Usually fall down there, surrounded by a plague, get cursed. If you have to run all the way back to the absolving guy in the bell tower from here with half health, it's exceptionally irritating. I hate curses deeply. When I first got cursed in this game, I kind of threw down the controller and rage quit, because, you know, it seemed the most girly thing to do, really. So, I forget what that is. Ring of the Evil Heart. What does that do? I don't have any rings. Oh, Ring of Sacrifice. Absorbs hit point from fallen enemies. Well, lacking anything actually decent. I think it is hit points plural, but only in the most technical sense of plural. And this is not the way I want it to come. Is that bars? No. It is, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Yep, so this was dead end. Yeah. So back down here. This is not the best way through. I genuinely think that after killing the rat and opening the shortcut, the best thing to do is to go back up and kind of come down again, which appears to be what I'm managing, which is quite pathetic. Is this really an isolated area? This is I'm in total noob mode now. This is just complete. I cannot remember where the hell the route through here is. But it won't take long. It's not that big. It really isn't a big area. It's just convoluted. Is it down here? It totally isn't. Down here and through here. No. We're talking dead end, aren't we? I'm quite genuinely lost. I know exactly where I am, I just can't remember how to get to where I want to be. Well, I often fall down this hole. Is this hole simply... Yeah, it is. Fine. Okay, let's do it the easy way. Let's just stop messing around. Get back to the bonfire just to save a few more seconds. It will cause respawns, I'm not worried. I only need to kill one mob who will otherwise make the boss fight irritating. I don't need to be particularly healthy to do it. There isn't too much in my way. Minor rats, I think, pretty much. And we're poisoned. Oh, this is just going splendidly. This must be a sewer run. So, chance to appreciate the effects of poison. Kinda grim. So that's just going to keep eating through my health until the bar is depleted. Yeah, this is exactly where I want to be. I'm poisoned, but I'm in the right place. And I won't be poisoned for very long. Ideally... Okay, no, he has seen me. That's kind of irritating, but not necessarily seriously. I just want him dead. Okay, so he's worked out that actually his magic isn't doing a lot. But he's still quite happy because, let's face it, hitting me with a large object worked pretty well. But that's fine. I'll be back. Just give me a minute. Again, if you want humanity, nice collection of rats there. Kill them all, preferably with a couple of swings from something hefty. And go back to the bonfire, come back, kill them again, and so on. Now these rats, they really don't want to fight you, unless it's a giant rat or a surprise rat. It's not interested in you, unless you get too close, in which case it will try and kill you as much as it can. That rat has decided it wants to come after me, but because I got too close to it, but it's not having navigation success, so I think we'll just call that a draw. He's welcome to keep dancing. I'm fine with that. Especially if he's just going to keep shooting walls. Good. So I can go down here and pick up some items. Do I really care? Well, maybe I care a little bit. I care enough to actually pull the mobs and kill them, I think. Though I'd prefer it if they came in ones. But in retrospect, twos are fine. You know, that's fine. I would rather fight on my ground because that gives them navigation issues. Problem. Oh, there's another rat here. Okay, I'm starting to feel I need weapon upgrades. When Right 2 doesn't kill rats, you start to think maybe this +5 isn't all it's cracked up to be. Humanity? Humanity. Nothing exciting. Large Titanite shard. That's pretty good. That's 2 large Titanite shards from this place. That one's fully fixed. And now we're going down here. This is going to be our scene of most action. And once we're done there, we're done with this area. You can explore further. I mean, there is more sewer if you like the environments, and you enjoy wading your way through rats and poisonous creatures. Then it's a great place to be. Personally, I like the areas of the game that I don't feel suck quite as hard. And I love this game, don't get me wrong, but this area, it's the obligatory sewer level, you know, as every journalist, blogger, individual in the world has stated. You see, I'm now aggravated this one. Do I just want to kill the rats? Yeah, let's just kill the rats. Or we can just annoy them. I mean, that would also work. Just annoy them to death. And a great axe, which is actually a superb weapon. I finished the game with my preceding character for this before I was messing around with some with kind of Ambi-Cestus guy just to see how bad it was, which is pretty bad. But we got the Capra Demon down, and then I decided it was a bit silly. As I was saying before that massive tangent, did quite happily go through the game with heavy armoured, purely strength character. I think I bought up to about 16 vitality endurance and 20 eventually, but I pretty much put every other point into strength. No other abilities, no healing, no magic, just extraordinarily large weapon and some armour. And it was pretty straightforward. I mean, really, if you want to do a run through this game with a large weapon, that thing is fantastic. Looking at it, where are we? That's a really good weapon as well. The axe we got from the gargoyles, it's pretty decent. It's just pleasant, really. But this great axe is a nicely wieldable, reasonably strength scaling weapon. And as you upgrade it, what isn't obvious initially with some of this stuff is its scaling actually improves as you invest in it. So which happens with some of them. So yeah, with this weapon, the more Titanite shards you use to upgrade it, the better the bonuses, and you can get all the way up to A. I think you may be able to get to S if you're at plus 15, which I think is the max straight damage upgrade. But yeah, it's a good axe, is what I'm saying. I'm labouring the point heavily, but it's a good axe. Let's see if we can level up something. I'm gonna go for endurance again because endurance is good, and yeah, I'm not too worried about those souls. Am I still carrying? Yeah, I'm still carrying nonsense. What have we got? Large soul of the last undead. Not quite as big as I was hoping. Silverland soldier. 1,000. 800. Oh, that'll probably do. No, not quite. Another 300 odd. Very nicely. Vitality increase. So that makes us level 24, 700 hit points, moderate stamina. Equip load is something that if you're playing a heavy armed character is worth bearing in mind. That's entirely based on your stamina. You've got a base level plus a point per endurance, so I guess the base level's 40. And yeah, that does restrict at 0 load pretty much, or is it quarter load, you run at full speed. next level up, so the next bracket is probably to half load. You're running at slower speed, and then if you're heavily loaded, you're really not moving around fast at all. It really affects things like rolling speed. It is very much worth, you know, if you are planning on playing a very swift character, getting lots of stamina or sticking to light armor. You can only tell the light armor because it doesn't clink when you roll, and the controller doesn't vibrate either. Incompetence. So now our shortcuts are open. This is the simplest run to the boss anywhere, I think, really. It's not this way. Through the crates. Past the extremely dead large rat. And the shortcuts. Just dodge everything in here. Again, if you avoid the rats, that's pretty decent. So this route goes to the next area. This is actually the way we're going, and you can't unlock that without killing this boss. But there is a back route, so this is going to take you into an even worse area, would you believe? This guy is somewhat handy.
I'm Don of Xena. I'm just a peddler of sorts. I adore trinkets and oddities, so I trade for them.
He's a trader. He sells some nice things. Gold pine resin, very nice. Very good way to sink souls if you've got too many. Crystal weapons, yeah, good damage, very good damage, but they do break and you can't fix them. And he has this kind of interesting armor set which is fairly unique looking. That's the best, kind of the best you can say about it, but it is pretty unique looking. So you know,
Well, it is a shame.
it actually looks
No matter.
like his.
Not to worry. Come back again. I'm always available. Not every trade was meant to be. There'll be more in store for us someday, sometime.
Yes, indeed. So, what I'm going to do is head up here. We're just a level lower down. You can see that up there is where we killed, where I killed the summoner, where those rats were. If you don't kill him, because this is our fight area here, he will just throw bolts at you from up there, which is just really annoying. So much better if he's dead. If you want to do this with humanity, which really it isn't necessary, but if you do, there is a summon sign, I think, here for an NPC. That's either Lautrec or Solaire, and then the other one is somewhere else around here. I think it's about here. It might be on this floor. I don't think it is. But we can do this in man mode. I think the next one may just be over here, in fact. There's actually been an item out here. Yeah. Heavy crossbow. I forgot that existed. Shows off when I go in that corner. So what is that? It's just a heavier crossbow, I'll warrant. Requires strength to wield. Presumably does more damage. Yeah. Range 50, same range. Yeah, it's a crossbow. I think there's more saying here. So, this is the boss. To avoid spoilers and to reduce the length of this video, and in case the first half of this is corrupted, I'm going to pause here, call this the end of this section, and I will see you in the next one. Or indeed, if you're not going to watch the next one because of spoilers, I'll see you on the one after that. So until then, cheerio.